My name is Evan Monroe, and I need to tell you something that will sound impossible. They say destiny chooses for us, that we're born into our roles, alpha, beta, omega, and that's just it. But what if your destiny was a lie? What if everything you were was something someone else decided for you? What if you were rewritten? This is my story about discovering the truth about what I am, about the two men who would fight for me and each other, about the mother I thought was dead, who was hunting me all along. A Crescent Peak, Colorado. To tourists, it's a winter wonderland. Ski resorts, hot springs, that small town charm everyone posts on Instagram. But to wolves like me, it's home, territory, and a place where secrets run deeper than the snow that never seems to melt. I grew up in that cabin, just me and Papa. Papa, Elijah Monroe, search and rescue specialist, former military, the kind of alpha whose presence makes other alphas automatically defer. I've seen grown men step aside when he walks into a room. He raised me alone after my mother died giving birth to me. At least, that's what he always told me. And me? I'm the omega everyone whispers about when they think I can't hear. The one who shouldn't exist, though nobody ever explained why. You sleep okay? Yeah, just weird dreams again. I say grudgingly. I watch Papa's shoulders tense for just a split second before he hides it by turning back to the coffee pot. You're taking your suppressants, right? I hesitate before I say, every day, but Papa, they're not working as well anymore. My scent's getting stronger. People at the market yesterday kept staring. Then you don't go to the market alone. Not anymore. I stare down at my mug, that familiar frustration bubbling up in my chest. I'm 19, Papa. I can't hide forever. I'm not asking you to hide. I'm asking you to be safe, Papa says as his voice softens. He reaches across the table, squeezes my hand once. His touch is warm, solid, the same way it's always been. My anchor in a world that feels increasingly unstable. The world isn't kind to omegas like you, kid, especially not right now. Not right now. He said that a lot lately, like he was counting down to something, like he knew a storm was coming and was trying to prepare me without actually telling me anything useful. And lately, I was starting to think he was right to be paranoid. Because I swear something had been watching me. Being an omega in a werewolf town comes with rules, unspoken ones, the kind everyone follows but nobody admits. You don't go out during a full moon unless you're bonded to an alpha who can protect you. You take suppressants religiously unless you want every unmated alpha within 10 miles showing up at your door with courting gifts and territorial posturing. And you never ever lead anyone on. Because if an alpha decides you're theirs, the law won't protect you. Pack law trumps human law every time. But the worst rule, the one nobody says out loud but everyone knows, never go into the forest alone. Because lately, I'd been feeling it, that prickling sensation on the back of my neck, the certainty that something was out there, watching me, following me, waiting. I told myself I was being paranoid, that Papa's overprotectiveness was making me see things that weren't there. I was so wrong. The Winter Moon Festival was starting, a week-long celebration that brought tourists flooding into Crescent Peak by the thousands, which meant Papa practically forced me out of the house to get some air and act normal. His exact words. Suddenly, someone zooms past me at high speed, cutting way too close. I yelp, lose my balance completely and tumble forward. Crap. I brace for impact with the snow. It doesn't come. Strong arms catch me mid-fall. The world spins. When it stops, I'm pressed against someone's chest. Warm, solid, steady. And that's when my life changed. Because the man who caught me, he smelled like coming home. Adam Cross. I didn't know his name yet. But I'd remember everything else about that moment for the rest of my life. He smelled like pine forests and wood smoke and something wild and electric that made every omega instinct in my body light up like a Christmas tree. My heart started racing for reasons that had nothing to do with almost falling. Easy there, baby. I've got you. Adam grins teasingly. My brain completely short circuits. Baby. He called me baby. His voice does something to my insides that should probably be illegal. I, uh, I'm not, I didn't mean to. Adam chuckles, the sound rumbling through his chest into mine. Relax, you're fine. Just a little fall. He sets me upright gently, but his hands linger on my waist. Just for a second, just long enough that my skin burns where he touched me, even through my jacket and 2 layers of clothing. You new to skiing? I flustered, trying to brush snow off myself and failing. Is it that obvious? His eyes sparks with amusement. Little bit, but it's cute. Heat floods my face. I duck my head, suddenly hyper-aware of everything. How close he's standing, how good he smells, how his voice makes something in my chest physically ache with want. Thanks for, you know, catching me, saving me from a face full of snow. Any time, he said softly. Our eyes lock. The world fades. The other skiers, the music, the chatter. For a moment, it's just us. Just this magnetic pull between us that feels almost painful in its intensity. I should have been scared. Should have remembered Papa's warnings about strange alphas. Should have walked away, but I couldn't move. Couldn't breathe. Couldn't do anything but stare at this stranger who felt like someone I'd been searching for my entire life without knowing it. He tilts his head, curious, like he's trying to figure me out. What's your name? Evan, I say, my voice barely above a whisper. Evan. I'm Adam. He extends a gloved hand. I take it without thinking. Even through the fabric, the touch sends electricity straight up my arm and into my chest. You should let me buy you a hot chocolate. Make up for almost running you over. He says, you didn't almost, you literally did run me over. Details, semantics, legal jargon. Adam says mockingly, I'm smiling. Actually smiling. When was the last time someone made me feel this light? I should probably go. My papa's waiting and he gets worried. The moment I say papa, something flickers in Adam's eyes. Recognition? Concern? It's gone so fast I almost think I imagined it. Your papa? He asks, his tone shifting slightly. I nod in reply. Yeah, Elijah Monroe. He's the search and rescue captain. You probably know him. Everyone does. Adam's entire demeanor changes. Subtle, but I notice. His smile becomes just a fraction less genuine. His shoulders tense almost imperceptibly. Elijah Monroe. Yeah, everyone knows him, Adam replied smoothly. A beat of tension hums beneath the surface. Something unspoken passes through Adam's eyes that I don't understand. I should have asked what that look meant. Should have questioned why mentioning Papa changed everything. But I didn't. Well, maybe I'll see you around, Evan. He skis away before I can respond. I stand there watching him go, my heart still racing, my body still humming with the ghost of his touch. I didn't know it then, but Adam Cross wasn't just some charming alpha who happened to catch me. He knew exactly who I was, what I was, and he'd been looking for me. I couldn't sleep that night, couldn't stop thinking about blue eyes and that smile and the way my name sounded in his voice. I grabbed my phone, an unknown number. My heart does a stupid, ridiculous flutter. The text read, "You okay after the fall today?" Hey, I bite my lip, grinning like an absolute idiot, and type back, "How did you get my number?" He replies, "Small town, I have my ways. Sleep well, Evan." I hug my phone to my chest, feeling ridiculous and giddy and warm in a way I haven't felt in maybe ever. For the first time in forever, I felt happy. Like maybe my life could be more than suppressants and Papa's rules and constantly hiding what I am. Like maybe someone saw me as more than just an omega to be protected. Suddenly, I hear a howl. Close. Too close. Right outside the cabin. The warmth in my chest turns to ice. And then reality came crashing back. I bolt upright, heart pounding. That wasn't a normal wolf howl. It was a challenge, a threat, a promise of violence. I scramble to the window and peer out into the darkness. Papa's already outside on the porch. He's shifted, a massive gray wolf with silver-tipped fur and glowing golden eyes that I've only seen a handful of times in my life. From the tree line, 3 shapes emerge. Rogue wolves, smaller than Papa but feral-looking, with matted fur and red eyes that gleam with madness. Rogues. The most dangerous kind of wolf, packless, lawless, with nothing to lose and everything to prove. Papa snarls, a sound so vicious it makes my bones vibrate even through the glass. The rogues circle him. The fight explodes in a blur of fur and teeth and blood. I watch, frozen, as Papa tears into the first rogue with brutal efficiency. The second lunges at his exposed flank. Papa dodges at the last second, snaps its neck with one vicious bite. The third tries to flee. Papa catches it, pins it to the snow-covered ground, claws digging deep into its throat. I'd seen Papa fight before during training exercises with other pack alphas, but never like this. Never with this much rage, this much fear. I crack the window open just enough to hear. Papa's shifted voice, guttural, barely human, growls something at the dying rogue. "Who sent you?" Papa asks, his voice echoing. The rogue chokes, blood bubbling from its mouth. Its red eyes roll toward the cabin, toward my window, toward me. Ice floods my veins. "He's awakening," the rogue reveals as blood spurts from his mouth. Papa's eyes widen. For the first time in my life, I see pure terror on my father's face. "What did you say?" "The alpha inside him. She's calling," the rogue says in a dying whisper. The rogue goes limp. Dead. Papa shifts back to human form. Naked, covered in blood and snow. Shaking like he's just seen the end of the world. He looks up, sees me in the window. Our eyes meet, and I knew. Whatever that rogue meant, whatever was awakening inside me, Papa had been waiting for it, dreading it. Papa mouths one word, urgent and terrified. "Inside. Now." Papa Bear. "What was that? What did he mean I'm awakening? What's inside me?" Papa cuts me off in the most frantic way I've ever seen. "Did you go near the forest today? Did anyone unusual approach you?" "No, I was at the ski resort, that's all." Papa grabs my shoulders, eyes wild, glowing faintly even in human form. "Listen to me. You do not leave this house without me. You do not talk to strangers. You do not go anywhere alone. Do you understand?" I pull away, anger and fear mixing into something sharp in my chest. "Stop. Just stop treating me like a child and tell me what's happening." Papa freezes. His face crumbles like I've just stabbed him. "I can't," he says, voice breaking. "Why not?" "Because if I tell you the truth, you'll hate me." Silence, heavy, suffocating. The only sound is Papa's ragged breathing and my heart hammering. "Papa, please, I'm scared. I don't understand what's happening to me." I plead desperately to him, almost begging. He closes his eyes, takes a shaking breath. For a moment, I think he's going to tell me everything. "Not yet, not tonight, just trust me. A little longer." He walks away, leaving me standing alone in the dark living room with more questions than answers. But I couldn't trust him anymore. Not when he was lying straight to my face. Not when rogues were dying on our doorstep talking about something awakening inside me. Not when every instinct in my body was screaming that everything I knew about myself was wrong. So I did the one thing I absolutely shouldn't have. I pull out my phone with trembling fingers to text Adam. "Can I see you? Tonight? Please." 3 dots appear immediately, like he was waiting for me to reach out. Then a text pops up on my screen. "Always, I'll send you the address. Be safe." I needed answers, and somehow, even though I just met him, I knew Adam had them. I snuck out my bedroom window like a teenager in a bad movie, walked 3 miles through the freezing cold in nothing but a hoodie and jeans, and with every step, my Omega instincts pulled me forward, toward him, toward safety, toward answers. I slip inside. The warmth hits me immediately. Adam's bent over an engine, sleeves rolled up, grease smudged on his forearms. He looks up when the door opens, and his entire face softens into something that makes my chest ache. "Hey," he calls out to me. "Hey." He wipes his hands on a rag and walks over slowly, stopping just short of touching me, like he's holding himself back, like he wants to but won't without permission. "You okay? Your text sounded urgent," he asked with concern in his voice. Everything I've been holding in rushes out in a single breath. Something happened tonight. Rogue wolves attacked our cabin. 3 of them. Papa killed them all, but one of them, before it died, it said something about me awakening, that she's calling. I don't know what that means, but Papa knows something, and he won't tell me, and my voice cracks. I hate how desperate I sound, how weak. Adam doesn't hesitate. He closes the distance and pulls me into his arms. And God, the moment he touched me, everything else disappeared. The fear, the confusion, the betrayal, all of it melted away. He says softly, voice rumbling through his chest into mine, "Hey, hey, it's okay. You're safe here. I promise." I melt into him, breathe in his scent, pine and smoke and something uniquely him that my omega instincts recognize as safe. Alpha, home. Why does everything feel like it's falling apart? I muffle against his chest. Because you're stronger than they want you to be, he says as he strokes my hair gently. I pull back slightly, looking up at him. Our faces are inches apart. His blue-gold eyes search mine. What do you mean? I ask in confusion. Adam's eyes flicker, gold flashing through the blue for just a second. He cups my face with both hands, thumbs brushing my cheekbones so tenderly it makes my breath hitch. You don't smell like other omegas, Evan. I am confused. My heart starts to race. What? Other omegas? They smell soft, sweet, inviting, like flowers or vanilla or honey. But you? He leans in, nose brushing my temple, breathing me in deeply like he's memorizing my scent. You smell like power, like lightning before a storm, like something wild that's been caged for way too long. His voice is rough and almost reverent. My breath hitches. My body leans into him involuntarily, drawn by a force I can't name and don't understand. Adam, his control snaps. He kisses me, and I was completely, utterly lost. It starts soft, tentative, testing, giving me room to pull away. But I don't. I gasp against his mouth, and he deepens the kiss, one hand tangling in my hair, the other sliding to my waist and pulling me flush against him. I make a sound somewhere between a whimper and a moan. My hands clutch his shirt desperately like he's the only thing keeping me grounded. I'd never been kissed like this before, like I was precious and dangerous all at once, like he'd been waiting his whole life just to hold me. When we finally break apart, both breathing hard, words slip out before I can stop them. Daddy. Adam freezes. His pupils dilate until only a thin ring of blue remains. A low growl rumbles in his chest. Pure alpha, pure possession, pure want. Adam's voice is grave, barely controlled. Say that again. Heat floods my face. Panic and desire war in my chest. I didn't mean. It just slipped out. I'm sorry. Adam grips my chin gently but firmly, forcing eye contact. Evan, don't apologize. Say it again. My walls crumble. My omega instincts take over completely, drowning out logic and fear and everything else. Daddy, I whisper, trembling and surrendering. He kisses me again, harder this time, possessive, claiming. His hands slide under my shirt, thumbs stroking bare skin. I arch into the touch, dizzy and needy and completely overwhelmed. You have no idea what you do to me. No idea how long I've been looking for you. He confesses between kisses, voice wrecked. Suddenly, Adam goes rigid, pulls back, sniffs the air. His expression shifts from desire to alarm in an instant. Evan, when's your next heat? I blink, dazed, still lost in the fog of want. My brain struggles to process the question. I don't know. My suppressants usually keep me from having them. Why? Your scent, it's spiking. You're going into preheat, he says urgently. Moving and grabbing his coat, cold panic floods through me, cutting through the desire like a knife. That's impossible. I took my pill this morning. I never miss them. We need to get you home. Now. If any other alphas catch your scent like this, he warns as he pulls me toward the door. The workshop door slams open with enough force to rattle the walls. Papa Elijah stands in the doorway, and my world shattered. Papa's eyes are glowing pure gold. His fists are clenched so tight I can see blood dripping from where his claws have pierced his own palms. And the look on his face? I'd never seen Papa look at anyone like that, like he was deciding whether to kill them or just rip them apart slowly. Papa's voice is deadly and calm, which is somehow worse than yelling, "Step away from my son." Adam immediately moves in front of me, putting himself between Papa and me, protecting me, even from my own father. Elijah, Adam roars. I said, step away. Papa warns. I push past Adam, stepping between them with my heart in my throat. Papa, stop. He didn't do anything wrong. We were just... Papa locks his eyes on Adam, ignoring me completely. You have no idea what he's done, what he's been hiding from you. Adam's expression hardens into something cold and resolved. You want to do this now? In front of him? You don't get to decide that anymore, Papa replies to him. My voice breaks, desperate. What are you talking about? Someone please just explain what's happening. Papa finally looks at me, and the devastation in his eyes makes my stomach drop. Evan, you weren't born in Omega. The world stops. Everything goes silent except for my heartbeat thundering in my ears. What? I whisper. You were born in Alpha, a true Alpha, one of the strongest bloodlines in North America. I can't breathe, can't think, can't process what he's saying. That's not possible. I'm an Omega. I've always been... When you were 3 days old, your PAX council performed a rewrite ritual. They stripped your alpha nature and forced Omega traits into your DNA. They locked your true self away, he replies in anguish. As Papa speaks, I see flashes, fragmented memories that can't be mine but feel real. A ritual circle, candles, robed figures chanting, a crying baby held above an altar, a silver blade. I watch the images flash through my mind like a nightmare I couldn't wake up from, couldn't escape, because somehow, impossibly, I remembered. The blade cuts the baby's chest. Light pours out, brilliant gold shifting to silver. The baby screams, and I feel the echo of that pain in my own chest like it's happening right now. Your mother tried to stop them. She grabbed you and ran, fought off half a dozen wolves while bleeding out from her own wounds. She brought you to me, made me promise to hide you until you were strong enough to survive the truth. I see a woman, beautiful, fierce, with golden eyes blazing, clutching a bleeding baby to her chest and running through a dark forest. Wolves chase her. She fights them off one by one, leaving bodies in her wake. My mother, the woman I thought died giving birth to me. The woman Papa said loved me but couldn't save herself. I collapse to my knees, hyperventilating. The workshop floor is cold and hard beneath my palms. No, that's insane. You're lying. This is some kind of... Adam kneels beside me, voice gentle. Evan, listen to me. I jerk away from him, betrayal burning through my chest like acid. Did you know? His silence is answer enough. My voice breaks. Tears stream down my face. Did you know? Adam reaches for me. Yes. I make a wounded sound, something between a sob and a scream. I scramble backward until my back hits the workbench. How long? Since the first time I scented you, your true nature, it's breaking through the rewrite. I could feel your alpha underneath everything else, like a caged lion pacing behind bars. Adam replies, Papa lied to me my entire life. Adam knew the truth and said nothing. Everyone knew except me. I was the only one living in a lie. I look between them. Papa, who raised me on deception. Adam, who kissed me while knowing I was living in a false reality. My voice shatters, barely above a whisper. Everyone knew. Everyone but me. Papa tries reaching for me, desperate. Evan, please. I was trying to protect you. Don't touch me, I scream. I run. Out of the workshop, into the freezing night. I don't know where I'm going. Don't care. I just need to get away from them. I run into the darkness, tears freezing on my cheeks, my breath coming in ragged gasps. Behind me, I hear them. Their voices were raised, angry, desperate. Let me go after him. He'll listen to me. Adam shouts, You've done enough. Papa roars back. You think hiding the truth was protecting him? He's waking up, Elijah. The rewrite is breaking. And when it does, every pack in the Rockies is going to sense it, Adam reveals. That's why I need to move him. Tonight. Get him somewhere safe before... Papa says. Adam's voice drops dangerously. You're not taking him anywhere. He's my son, Papa bellows, and he's my... mate. Adam confesses. I freeze. 20 feet away, hidden in the shadows behind a snow-covered truck. Those words hit me like a physical blow. Mate. He said mate. The bond that's supposed to be sacred, permanent, unbreakable. Papa's rage is slowly building in his voice. What did you just say? The bond snapped the second I touched him at the ski resort. You felt it too, didn't you? That's why you've been watching me, following me. That's why you're terrified, Adam replies. Papa's hands shake. His jaw works like he's fighting his wolf for control. You can't have him. It's not your choice, Elijah. It's his. Adam says in a mock tone. Papa shifts without warning. Massive gray wolf, snarling with rage and fear, and something that sounds like grief. Adam shifts a heartbeat later, slightly smaller, golden brown fur, blue eyes blazing with determination. They lunge at each other, and I ran, because I couldn't watch the two people I cared about most in the world destroy each other over me, over what I am, over a destiny I never asked for. I didn't know where I was going, didn't care. All I knew was that my entire life was a lie. Everything I thought I was, wrong. Everyone I trusted, liars. I stumble, catch myself against a tree trunk. My neck burns. I press my hand against it. The mark there, always hidden under collars and scarves, glows faintly gold beneath my fingers. What's happening to me? My vision sharpens unnaturally. I can see every detail in the darkness, every branch, every shadow. My hearing amplifies. I can hear the wind through individual pine needles, a rabbit's heartbeat 30 feet away. My suppressants were failing, or maybe they'd never really worked at all. Maybe I'd just been too locked away to notice. I hear a growl behind me, low, predatory, so close I can feel the breath on the back of my neck. I spin around, and I saw death. A rogue wolf stalks toward me, bigger than the ones from before. Massive, easily twice Papa's size. Eyes red and wrong, like they're bleeding. Scarred muzzle, foam at the corners of its mouth. It's not just hunting, it's evaluating me. I back up slowly, my heart hammering, trip over a root, fall hard onto my back, the impact driving the air from my lungs. The rogue's voice shifts, rasping, almost curious, disturbingly intelligent. Little Omega, you smell wrong. It stalks closer, sniffs me. Its massive head tilts in confusion. Not Omega, not Alpha. You're broken. It lunges, I scream. A blur of golden fur slams into the rogue midair with enough force to shake the ground. Adam. He tears into the rogue's throat with vicious efficiency, blood spraying across white snow. He came for me, even after everything, even after I ran. But the rogue is stronger than expected, older, more experienced. It throws Adam off with a violent shake, claws raking deep across his ribs. I hear the sickening sound of tearing flesh. Blood sprays. Adam's blood. So much blood. Adam! I scream in horror. The rogue goes for the killing strike, jaws open wide, aiming for Adam's throat. Papa crashes through the trees like a force of nature. He hits the rogue from the side, the impact sending all three wolves tumbling. Papa's jaws clamp onto the rogue's neck, and he rips its head clean off. The body drops. Silence falls except for harsh, ragged breathing. Papa shifts back to human form, covered in blood, chest heaving. He looks at Adam, who shifted back too, bleeding badly from the gashes across his ribs. For a moment, their eyes meet. Something passes between them. Understanding, respect, shared purpose. You good? Papa asks grudgingly Adam with a pained grin. Presses a hand to his bleeding side. I've had worse. You. I'll live. Papa replies. I crawl to Adam on trembling hands and knees, my vision blurry with tears. I press my hands against his wound, trying to stop the bleeding. My hands come away red and slick. You're bleeding. Oh God, there's so much blood. You're going to... I cry, my voice breaking. Adam cups my face with a bloody hand, leaving red streaks on my cheek. I'm okay, baby, I'm okay. It takes more than that to kill me. But he wasn't okay, and it was my fault. He got hurt protecting me. They both did. Papa kneels beside the dead rogue's body. Something glints around its neck in the moonlight. He reaches down, snaps the chain, and holds up a silver locket with shaking hands. He opens it slowly. Inside, a photo of a woman with golden eyes holding a baby wrapped in a blue blanket. The baby is me. I recognize the blanket. Papa still keeps it in a box in his closet. Papa's face goes completely white. His hands tremble so badly the locket nearly falls. He turns it over, engraved on the back in elegant script. Lena Monroe. Papa, what is that? I ask. He looks at me, and for the first time in my entire life, I see pure, absolute terror in my father's eyes. The kind of fear that breaks people. Evan, your mother isn't dead. His voice is hollow. The ground tilts beneath me. The world spins. What? She's been alive this whole time, watching you from the shadows, waiting for you to awaken. Papa's voice is in anguish as tears well up in his eyes. Adam's eyes widen in realization. Horror dawns across his face. The rogues, they weren't attacking him. They were testing him, seeing if the rewrite was breaking. Papa's nods slowly, feeling defeated. She's been sending them, building an army, gathering allies, and now that Evan's awakening, my mother, the woman who supposedly died saving me, who Papa said loved me more than anything, was alive, and she'd been hunting me, testing me, waiting for me to become whatever she wanted me to be. I can't breathe, can't think. My chest feels like it's caving in. Everything I thought I knew, every memory, every story, every truth, was a lie. She's alive. My voice barely above a whisper. Papa reaches for me, but before he can speak, before anyone can move, a howl echoes through the mountains, not from a rogue, ancient, powerful, female, and so full of command that every wolf instinct in my body snaps to attention involuntarily. All three of us freeze. I felt it in my bones, in my blood, in the mark on my neck that suddenly burned like fire. The temperature drops so fast my breath misses. Frost spreads across the ground in intricate patterns, unnatural, deliberate, controlled. From the shadows between the trees, wolves emerge. Dozens of them. Not rogues, these are organized, disciplined, moving in perfect formation. Their eyes glow gold in unison, reflecting moonlight like coins. And at the center of the formation, a woman steps forward into the moonlight. My mother. She's breathtaking and absolutely terrifying. She speaks, her voice smooth, cold, commanding. Hello, my son. My body trembles. My instincts scream conflicting messages. Alpha, danger, mother. Run, submit, fight. She looked at me like I was something precious and something she owned. She smiles, but it's empty, predatory. You've grown so beautifully. You look just like your father. Papa and Adam both shift instantly, moving to stand in front of me, protecting me, even bleeding, even outnumbered. Papa snarls, fully shifted. You're not taking him, Lena. Lena tilts her head, amused like this is a game. Elijah, still playing father, I see. How adorably sentimental. Her golden eyes slide to Adam. They narrow with recognition and something darker, calculation. And Adam Cross, the beta who thinks he's worthy of an alpha. Did you really believe you could hide your bond from me? I felt it snap into place the moment you touched my son. Adam growls but doesn't respond. His body is tense, ready to fight despite his injuries. Lena's gaze finally lands fully on me. Her expression softens into something almost tender, almost maternal, but her eyes remain cold. Evan, do you know what they did to you? What they stole from you? I shake my head, backing up. Stay away from me. Lena steps closer, her pack moving with her like a living shadow. You were meant to be the strongest alpha of our generation. A leader, a king, the heir to a bloodline that goes back centuries. She gestures at me with barely concealed disgust. And they turned you into this. Weak, fragile, omega. They caged your power, locked away your true nature, and forced you to live as prey instead of predator. Tears streams down my face, voice breaking. I didn't ask for any of this. Lena's voice softens. It is persuasive, almost gentle. I know, sweetheart, and I'm so sorry you had to suffer. but I can fix it. I can give you back what was stolen, your strength, your power, your birthright, your true self. She extends a hand toward me, clawed, powerful, offering something I don't understand but my body recognizes. Come with me. Let me show you who you really are. Let me teach you what you were born to be. My body sways toward her. I don't want it to. But something deep inside, something I've never felt before, pulls me toward her voice, her presence, her power. Part of me wanted to go to her, the part that had always felt wrong, the part that had always been caged, the part that whispered I was meant for something more. Papa's voice is raw and desperate. Evan, don't listen to her. Please. She's not doing this for you. She's doing this for herself. Lena's eyes flash dangerously. Enough! She snaps her fingers. Her wolves lunge. Chaos explodes. Papa and Adam fight back to back. But they're outnumbered 10-1. I watch helplessly as they're overwhelmed, dragged down by sheer numbers. Stop! Please stop! I scream. Lena watches calmly, unmoved by the violence happening at her command. Suddenly, heat explodes through my body. My vision goes white. Agony lances through my chest, the exact spot where the ritual blade cut me as a baby. I collapse, screaming. It feels like I'm being torn apart from the inside out. Something inside me was breaking, or waking up. I couldn't tell which. The mark on my neck blazes so bright it lights up the entire forest like a flare. Gold light pours from my skin. Every wolf stops. Stares. Even Papa and Adam freeze, their eyes wide. Lena's eyes widen. Then she smiles, triumphant, victorious, satisfied. Lena whispers that carries through the entire clearing. It's happening. My body convulses. My back arches. I feel something inside me, something massive and powerful and ancient, fighting to break free. My eyes snap open. They're not hazel anymore. Gold. Pure alpha gold. And for the first time in my life, I felt it. My true self. The alpha they'd buried. When I speak, my voice is layered. Omega and alpha at once, harmonizing in a way that shouldn't be possible. Get away from them. Power explodes outward from my body, a shockwave of pure energy that sends wolves flying, trees cracking, snow vaporizing in a perfect circle around me. Papa and Adam stare at me, stunned and terrified and awed. Lena laughs, delighted, proud, possessive. There you are, there's my beautiful boy. The light fades, the power recedes, and I collapse. I woke up surrounded by enemies. I try to move. Can't. My arms and legs won't respond. I manage to turn my head just enough to see Papa lying unconscious 10 feet away, blood on his face, not moving. Adam beyond him, struggling to push himself up, bleeding from multiple wounds, his eyes glazed with pain, and Lena's pack circling us. Dozens of wolves with glowing gold eyes waiting for a command. And my mother, standing over me, victorious. Lena kneels beside me, strokes my hair with surprising gentleness. She speaks softly, almost lovingly. Shh. Rest now, sweetheart. The hard part is over. What did you do to me? My voice is weak, barely working. I didn't do anything. Your body did this. The rewrite is breaking, Evan. Your true alpha nature is emerging, and soon you'll be exactly what you were always meant to be. She leans down, presses a kiss to my forehead that makes my skin crawl. Your bond will be decided now, by instinct, by blood, by destiny. I try to speak, try to fight, but my body won't cooperate. And then I felt it, the pull. My eyes track involuntarily, first to Papa, still unconscious, then to Adam, watching me with desperate, pleading eyes. Papa, the man who raised me, protected me, lied to me to keep me safe. Adam, the man who found me, kissed me, knew what I was and wanted me anyway. Two daddies, one Omega awakening into something impossible. Lena stands, addressing her pack with authority. My son's heat will begin before dawn. When it does, his body will choose its alpha. His true mate will be revealed. She looks down at me with those cold gold eyes. And if neither of them can claim you, she smiles, sharp, predatory, terrifying. Then you'll come home to me, where you belong. My heart pounds. My body trembles. I try to reach for Papa, for Adam, for anyone. But my instincts are screaming, pulling in two directions at once. My body wanted Papa, the alpha who'd been my anchor my entire life. My heart wanted Adam, the mate bond thrumming between us like a live wire. My lips part to speak, to call for help, to beg them to run. But before I can make a sound, my vision blurs. Heat floods through my body. My scent spikes so suddenly that every wolf in the clearing stiffens. My heat, starting now. Right now. Papa's eyes snap open, glowing, feral, responding to my scent. Adam shifts despite his injuries, his wolf responding on pure instinct. Lena laughs manically. Let the claiming begin. They say every Omega knows their true mate by instinct, that when your heat comes, your body chooses for you. But what happens when your body wants two alphas? When your heart can't choose between the man who raised you and the man who sees your true self? What happens when choosing one means losing both? I guess I'm about to find out. Thanks for watching. I know this is insane. Trust me, I'm living it and I still can't believe it. But if you want to know what happens next, if you want to know who I choose, if you want to know whether I survive my mother's plans, hit that subscribe button. Because this story, it's just getting started. And I promise you, nothing will prepare you for what comes next.